Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. BISP Solutions is a tech company that provides technical solutions across the world. So, we are understanding about financial modeling, which we will be using through Excel sheets. So, starting with our previous session learnings that we have discussed about why financial modeling is important, and valuation meaning advising on mergers and acquisitions, investing, LBO, which is leverage buyout, raising funds, steps in financial modeling, what makes FM hard, and basic Excel settings. So we will take a short reiteration on these topics. So starting with why financial modeling. So financial model help us to quantify our views of a company, and its uses are valuation, advising, M&A, investing, LBO, raising funds. For example, Tata Steel stock price fell for 50% from all the time high. Should we invest, or will the price keep falling, then we will invest? Or second example is a retailer wants to acquire a small retailer. Should it acquire it or not? So for that, why is financial modeling important? So it helps business forecast revenue, expenditure, and profits, assist in making investment decisions, and it supports valuation for mergers, acquisitions, or funding, and also it helps analyzing financial risk. So, what is valuation? So, it is the estimating the current worth of a company, asset, or investment. So, in valuation methods are DCF, which is discounted cash flow, which is based on future cash flows. Comparable company analysis, which is COMS, is comparing with similar businesses. Precedent transactions, which is based on past M&A deals. And asset-based valuation, which is value of assets minus liabilities. And the valuations use is for essential in M&A, which is mergers and acquisition, investing, fundraising, and LBO decisions. Advising on M&A, which we have discussed earlier also, that it helps company buy, merge with, or sell other businesses. The services offered are identifying targets or buyers, conducting due diligence, valuation and deal structuring, negotiating terms, and the goal is to create value through synergy, scale, or market entry. Investing types are private equity firms, so investing in private firms. Venture capital, which is investing in startups. Public markets, which is stocks, bonds, ETFs. So the investing objective is to generate returns through capital appreciation or income, which is dividends, interest. For that, process involves analyzing financials, assess risk, value the investment, and decide entry or exit. Leverage buyout is acquiring a company using mostly debt and a small amount of equity. So why leverage buyout? Because it gives higher returns using leverage, which is borrowed money. And LBO model includes purchase price, financing structure, exit assumptions, which is usually after 5 to 7 years, IRR and ROI calculation. So it is used by private equity firms for acquiring mature cash generating companies. Then comes our raising funds, which is to support business growth, M&A, working capital, or product development. Types of capital involves debt, which means loans, bonds are there. Equity, which is selling ownership, which is shares. The sources is banks, investors, which is PE, and venture capitalists, and public markets, which is IPOs or FPOs. So this is the difference between valuation, advising, and M&A, investing, and LBO. So steps in financial modeling, it understands for understanding the business, gathering historical data, analyzing and cleaning the data, making assumptions for the future, building the model structure, integrating the financial statements, performing evaluation, conducting scenario and sensitivity analysis, reviewing an audit of financial modeling, and present the model for the same. So what makes FM hard? So challenges are accounting knowledge. Why it's hard? Because without it, linking financial stuff. Challenge is Excel skills, which needs accuracy, speed, and smart logics. Where Forecasting is a challenge where assumptions must be realistic and justified. Complexity is our challenge because it grows with each feature like debt, tax, capex, etc. Challenges are error sensitivity, which means small mistakes is equals to big consequences. Communication is must turn numbers into business insights. So after that, we will be learning about Excel workings, where we will be first understanding our Excel basic settings, which I have discussed in my previous session also, and also we will be discussing about for basic and advanced Excel setup for formulas. So first of all, we will be opening our this sheet which we have understood in our previous session, which is setting up our general formatting in Excel sheet, where we will be going through Alt F and T, where everything will be done through keyboard shortcuts only. So from this options tab, we can make our general formatting, which is creating new workbooks, personalizing our copy of Microsoft Office with our username, and also we can set startup options, and then we can do formula formatting, where in calculations options we will be doing our choosing workbook calculation as automatic except for data table. Then we will ensure enable iterative calculation is unticked, because it will give us wrong errors. And after that, we can do calculation options, which is workbook calculation, which we will be default selected as automatic. And also I have explained you all this example about reiterative calculations, and we have to enable disable this R1 C1 reference style, because it will convert these into 1 2 3 4 numberings only, and we will get confused if we want to look to our financial modeling, or we have to go to our any cell, so it will be giving us K1 C1 like that. And in save formatting, we have done save, which is auto recover information every 1 minute, or if I got a chance to minimize it to from 1, so I will be doing it to in every 10 seconds I have to save this file, because it is very important for us. Then advanced formatting I have done, like I have given editing option as after pressing enter move selection. So like this, we get a after pressing enter we come to our downside of a cell. So if you don't want to do that, you can just disable this option. And after that, we have done add-ins formatting, where if there is no analysis tool pack in your Excel sheet, you can go to manage under that Excel add-ins, then click on go, and then you can click on analysis tool pack, and then select them and enable this analysis tool pack and click on OK. So this was our Excel basic formatting. Now coming to our advanced Excel setup for formulas, which we have done. So we have understood about how to freeze the row or columns, and we always have to keep this A margin with around 1 only, because it will be required in our next financial modeling things. So we will be keeping this width to 1. Then if we want to calculate, or if we want to write A in front of the year, so what we have to do, I have cleared that also, like control plus 1 option. Then we can provide the sample, that we want this A in front of these two and expectation of forecasting in front of these 4 years. And this is in our basic convention, which is already followed by many industries around the globe. Then we have discussed about the formatting of these tabs. It is same as Control+1, and here I have colored the parts which are not in formulas, and I have kept this cells in black because it contains formula. It is because I want to differentiate between normal data and formula data. So here the formula is there, and same here are no formulas. Then there is formula, then we will be going to our Control+1 option. Sorry. So for that we will be selecting our, it will be black only. Then for these we will be selecting first our blue one, and then selecting these two and Control Alt and V, where we will be formatting. Then like that, this only we will be doing with our these cells also. Control Alt and V, formatting only we want to, and here we will be doing this. So after that, basic forecasting we have understood that if we want to align our columns from B to C in left, and D to J in right, so we can do it by Alt plus H plus AR, which is like here Alt, all the shortcut keys are enabled here, then H, then AR, and it will be creating us right one. Okay, if we want to create left, so Alt H, and you all can see AL is for left. So like this we can do. Next is our data, which I copied from my basic data. It is an hypothetical situation, so I have taken these things. Then I have calculated gross profit from subtracting these, and like that only I have created this table, and I dragged this these formulas which I used to these cells. And if I want to do assumptions driver, so I have given condition like revenue growth if I want to see. So if I want to see that how much revenue growth is there, so I don't have 2019's data, so NA is there. And if I want to know the COGS, which is cost of goods sold, so I have selected this and divided by this, and I have done basic formatting, which we had understood in our previous sessions only. And like that I have done for 2020 and 2021. Then for forecasting I have taken these hypothetical situation that I want my revenue growth from 10%, and COGS, which is cost of revenue, from 40%, and SNG, which is selling and general expenses, I want 2500. I am just forecasting this cells, or I am just predicting that this will happen. So I have given this hypothetical forecasting, and for that I have just clicked on equals to, and then I dragged these all digits in these cells, After that, I have calculated my all the formulas in the cell. So for revenue I have done E5, which is 2021 I want to see, and I have taken a formula where I am adding 1 in this revenue growth, and then I am clicking on enter option, so it will be giving me this particular answer, and by that only I have dragged these to 2026 estimated time, and like that only I have given formula in this COGS also. So I will be taking all the things from here what I forecasted, and it is of how much percentage of revenue and sales I have taken this. So like this we can get our formulas in our financial modeling. Then if we want to see our advanced setup, so for that I have given borders. So without using my mouse I want to give borders, so I have clicked on control. First I have to select the cells where I want to get borders, then control +1. It will give us border option where we can select I want this border, no I don't want, I want this only, and then OK. So it will give us more systematic border which will differentiate between the sum and the resultant. So this is how we can do our formatting. Then if we want to see our sheet more attractive, so previously this sheet was consisted of linings and all. So if we want to delete that, so for that we have to go to our view option and we will be disabling this grid lines. I have enabled it again so that you all can see this lines are there, and if we just disable it, it will not show us the grid lines. So I have calculated these same things which we have calculated in our basic forecasting. So if we want to group these, so what to do in that? So there are two options to do that. First is our shortcut option where we will be selecting these options, then alt, then data, and here you all can see group option is there, this option, so G, and it will be asking us group. Then we will be clicking on G option and it will be showing us this. So by clicking on plus sign, it will be showing us whole data. If we click on minus sign, it will collapse all the data. Like that only you all can give or calculate this assumption drivers which I told you all in basic forecasting only. Then comes our like this only we can group our data so that it will look good. So first of all, again, one second. So for selecting whole or whole rows, so for that we will be clicking on shift and spacebar, then staying the same, and then clicking on page down arrow, and after that clicking on alt, then data and G, and again G. So it will give us grouping of data. So we have done our ungrouping and grouping options also. So in our common size statement, what we have learned to calculate is revenue, which is done through the formula that equals to this divided by this only, but I am giving it $sign, and it will be showing me this. If I drag to these cells, it will be taking the same formula. Okay, so why I have given this dollar in one part only? Because I am doing partial anchoring. So like this you all can do in these many cells also. And if we want to see our change analysis statement for Tata Steels for an example, so I have taken here absolute anchoring, where I have given $sign on both the sides of this particular cell. I have selected this cell and anchored it from both the side and clicking on enter, so that this 10% is fixed for whole the data. So whenever we calculate it, so we will be anchoring it with this absolute mark. This is what our advanced setup first was there. Then coming to our today's learnings, which is simplification, we will be doing in our financial modeling, so that it should be very easy to move forward to our complex data, where we will be understanding our simplification in FM, goal seeking usage, data table usage, scenario analysis, scenario manager, data validation, protecting cells and sheet. So why simplification in FM is required? So simplification in financial modeling is important because it helps making the model easy to understand, use and maintain. So a simple model clearly shows the relationship between inputs and outputs, making it easier for users to test assumptions and make decisions. And simplification leads to complex model can lead to confusion, errors and wrong conclusion. So focusing on key drivers and avoiding unnecessary details, simplification saves time and helps communicating results clearly to stakeholders who may not have a finance background. So we want to understand simplification of financial modeling. So for that, starting with our simplification in FM. So how to do that in FM is this. First is to simplify this formula. So how to do that? So I have given two options of calculating it. So by this we get so much confusion to what to take or what not to take. This is the formula which we use in our when we don't know about the financial modeling or how to do calculation. And this is easy, but it is a rough calculation. So if we want to see how professionals will do, so we will be going to our formula tab, where we will be going to our name manager, but not clicking on name manager. First we have to select the data, then we have to create from selection also. It will give us a dialog box where we will be selecting create names from selection. So it has already taken left column and clicking on OK. So if we click on OK, equals to, and if we write down risk free return, it will be showing us this. Are you getting my point? Like this only we can get our all the things like this only. So this is to simplify our workings. It is for our simplifying our financial modeling. So this is done. So in this way professionals will do, but this will be very hectic for us. So if we don't want to do that, how to give or simplify this method? So for that we will be using this, but I haven't given name manager the option to give me these two in calculating ERP for me. So I have selected this and I clicked on create from selection and then clicked on left column, which is default, and clicking on OK option. Now you all can see it is calculated on its own. Then cost of equity, it is showing me this formula, but I haven't given my name manager that use this formula. So again we will be using name manager. So first of all we will be selecting this ERP beta and then creating from selection, then clicking on OK. It will be calculating our cost of equity. Then it is again showing us name only because the name manager doesn't know about these two. Then clicking on OK and it will be showing us the answer of post-tax cost of debt. So in this it is showing us this name function. So again what we will be doing, again doing the same, and like this we can see our data already been calculated. So this is what we seen in our simplification first, that how can we do it through this method, but it will be lengthy for us and it will be very chaotic also. So what we did, this is our rough option to do, and how professionals will do it. They will select the name manager and select the range they want to select, and with this formula they can use. But this will be also very chaotic to understand how which is divided and which is multiplying. So we come to our next option where we will be calculating our cost of capital through this formula, where we will be selecting our cost of equity, post tax cost of debt, and equity value, and this, and creating from selection, then OK. So I have given this function only. This debt funding is rest. Okay, so what all are selected, cost of equity is selected, post tax this and debt funding is done, and it is asking us equity funding also. That's why it is showing us the error. I am again selecting it and then clicking on OK. Now it is more simplified than these 3 steps. It is used by normal students. This is used by for rough work, and this is also formula is there, but this is the formula which is used by experienced professionals. Then if we want to do simplification in third type, like if we want to calculate our debt equity ratio, so for that what we will be using, it is easy to calculate it from this particular if function, where if we want this particular debt equity ratio is less than B7, which is our 30%, so it will be showing us 9.50%. Again we will be using if we are using if inside this particular formula bar, so we will be taking it as if nested if function. So again we will be using if option, where we will be selecting this particular 25%, and if it is 50%, so show us 9.75. like this we have given formula, and then we can click on enter. So it is showing us at 25% of debt equity ratio, coupon rate is 9.50%. like this only. If we want to use more precise formula, we will be using VLOOKUP, where we are looking up on the value of 25%, then give comma, then select all the table array, then give comma, and it is asking us column index number. So I want to look upon the table of third table of coupon rate, and I am selecting false, which is exact match, and I will be writing 0, and then I will be giving bracket and then enter. It will be showing me an A. Why? Because I am asking Excel to give me exact figure. But if I use VLOOKUP function and give up the lookup value as 25%, table array to this, and look up on third column, and provide me approximate match, so I will be giving 1 and closing the bracket and then clicking on enter. So it is giving me 10%. It is more precise and most comfortable formula than this if one, because again and again we will be using if function and giving the condition, but here we have provided in one particular sentence what we needed, and NA is there. So if I select 12% over here, so it will be showing us NA. If we select 1 over here and select the 1, so it will be showing us 9.50. it will be different as 0% is there. So like this we can simplify our financial model through this option. Then coming to our advanced simplification, first we will use our goal seek function. So if we take this and we want, let's suppose I have a student named Kishore. So name is Kishore, his maths, English, science and SST marks are there. He got 29, 56. Science is not there, SST is 50, and total is around sum, then this and bracket close and then enter. So if we want to calculate this science marks, so how to do that? We will be selecting, just a second, we will be selecting formatting again for more. Then we will be selecting Alt. It will be showing us the shortcut of all the tabs. Then going to our data, again clicking on Alt, data, and we will be going to our what if analysis. There second number is our goal seek, again clicking on G. Then it will ask us set cell. So I want my cell, this to value is 200, or let's suppose 100, and by changing cell this, so okay, so it will must contain a formula. So again Alt A W G. So my setting cell is this, to value is 135, and by changing cell this, it is again and again showing me the error. Just a second. Here I am giving 135, and by changing cell this and OK, it will be showing me, I will be giving 150 here. So again I want this set cell to value 100, and by changing cell this, so if we calculate here as 160, it will not be changing because we will be using goal seek, and it will change our whole data. And if we want this into data table, so again we will be going to our what if analysis, then data table, then input cell, row input cell is our this. So we will not be doing here, and we will be selecting our row, column like this. we remove this minus option again. Row input cell I don't have. This is my, so it is again showing me the error. Like this only we will be using our what if analysis for our scenario manager, goal seek and data table, and it will be our very much useful thing in our financial modeling. So this is how we can do simplification in our financial modeling, as to make our financial model easy to use and easy to audit. So to conclude, financial modeling is both an art and science, one that demands precision, structured thinking and a strong grasp of business fundamentals. So while the learning curve may be steep, the payoff is immense. So it empowers professionals to make informed data driven decisions that add real value to businesses. So thank you all for joining today's session. I hope it offered clarity and insight into the complexities and importance of financial modeling. So keep practicing, stay curious and continue refining your analytical skills. So if you have further questions or would like to explore this topic deeper, feel free to reach out or connect after the session. Until then, happy modeling and all the best in your professional journey.